Hi everybody, and welcome to iFollo TV. Most of the time, we here at iFollo like to keep the peace. But tonight, we must turn our attention to the war that's brewing between fans of Taylor Swift and Christina Aguilera. According to a new MTV poll aiming to determine the most talented recording superstar under the age of 30, it's a dead heat between Swift and Aguilera. But fans who have encountered both beauties tell iFollo TV that determining the sweetest of the two superstars actually isn't much of a contest at all. Who comes out on top, you ask? Find out tonight as iFollo TV presents Taylor Swift versus Christina Aguilera. Christina Aguilera's music videos have been called many things, but usually the word dirty is involved in the description, sometimes even slimy. So slimy, in fact, it makes the oil spill in the Gulf look pretty darn minimal. Nonetheless, is Christina Aguilera really as sexually charged in real life as she is on screen? Well, according to one iFollo.com contributor who had a meet and greet with Christina Aguilera, turns out Christina's pretty freaking flirtatious. I remember in my first meeting with Christina, she wasn't dating at the time and was very flirtatious. At first, when you meet a celeb, you run through a range of emotions. Well, at least I do. First is, wow, that's Christina Aguilera. Second, wow, she looks good. Third, gotta make sure I get a good picture. Never did I imagine in the first meeting spending a good half an hour with her and being very, very flirty. Not that it materialized into anything. Hell, it was probably her just trying to get more airplay out of our radio station. Well, lo and behold, it happened again. I met her backstage in California, and while we didn't spend nearly as much time together, she was very flirty again. I was always shy in high school, and more often than not, didn't pick up when a girl was being flirty with me. In fact, in the first meeting with Christina, my station's program director pointed out that she was very interested. It's kind of a cool story to tell my friends when they see the photo on the wall in my house. Christina Aguilera has told reporters that she gets all bashful whenever someone calls her a flirt. So chances are that last story was more embarrassing for her than the time she visited Arizona and some cranky old authorities asked to see her immigration papers. Nonetheless, Taylor Swift is quite the flirt as well. And as this story on iFollo.com reveals, Taylor is more than just a flirt. She's a funny flirt. I had a chance to chat with Taylor Swift recently. When I first talked to her a few years ago, people had no idea of what a Taylor Swift was. Now she is in the superstar status, making millions a year and cranking out hits as well as appearing on TV as an actor. It's hard to believe that Taylor is so young and so successful, a tribute to her talent and her mom's strict guidance in her career. It was just before Mother's Day, so I asked what the worst advice her mother ever gave her was. She didn't even think about it very long when she said, "Mom told me if I blow my nose too much, I will die." You don't know how many times I just walked around with a runny nose all day. Taylor is warm, friendly, and funny. It's nice to see success hasn't changed her one bit. Perhaps the ultimate test of just how sweet a superstar is can be determined by backstage fan encounters at a concert. But if that's the criteria we're using, Christina Aguilera is in trouble. I got the opportunity to attend a meet and greet for Christina Aguilera when she was in Sacramento for her Back to Basics tour. They handed us pre-autographed pics while we waited in line for what seemed like 2 hours. Trust me, it was a long time. All I kept thinking was, I'm waiting this long to meet another human? Anyway, when I finally got to walk behind the curtain, she was standing behind me, and I got confused where to go, so I turned around and said, "Oh, hi," and she barely smiled, then awkwardly posed for this picture, said, "Enjoy the show," and didn't even glance in my direction. It looks like she's nice in this picture, but she's not the friendliest celeb I've ever met. While Christina Aguilera was less than hospitable in that last encounter, Taylor Swift, on the other hand, has a great reputation with fans backstage. In fact, if you attend enough concerts, Swift just might hang out with you as her personal way of saying thanks.
Hey Taylor!
How are you? Are you good?
Good.
Are you still going?
Yeah, still going.
Okay. This is their 50 millionth concert. And I'm so excited. And I love them. And they're going to go to 50 million more next year.
Of course we are! We love you, Taylor.
We love you.
I'm so excited.
So forget that MTV poll and mosey on over to iFollo.com and weigh in on the dueling fan encounters between Christina Aguilera and Taylor Swift. Real people, real celebrities, real encounters. Only on iFollo.
We were both young when I first saw you. I closed my eyes and the flashback started.